Yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
we always say this, the knowledge bit has moved on so much, the
Mm-hmm.
science behind everything's moved on, but the models, they're just stuck. Like they're stuck in the
Mm-hmm.
90s. I've said this so much, but
Yeah.
they are, aren't they? It's like we're doing things as they used to be when less people had dogs,
Yeah.
and dogs weren't probably so much of a problem there because of the life
Mm-hmm.
that we have these days and what we're trying to
Yep.
get our dogs to live amongst and all that kind of stuff. Life is harder
Mm-hmm.
for a dog these days. So if we're
Yeah.
not providing the support that people need based on that, like we're failing people, you know?
Yeah.
And it's sad really, because we can make that change. Like we're always trying to encourage people to think differently, and you know, you say like just ignore what everyone else does, but it's a really hard thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
What has
Yeah,
helped you?
especially.
Actually, I was just going to say,
Mhm.
what has helped you? Because it sounds like you're doing great things and you're doing, you know, maybe different things that other people do in your area. What
Mhm.
has helped you be able to stay on that path then?
I think it's like on the path with one foot and maybe off the path with another foot.
Yeah.
I think we do some things like similar, and I'm, currently in this feeling of like feeling like changing a lot of things. So I'm in this like kind of unique headspace right now where I think we're going to be changing things up here in over the next few months in probably our biggest kind of programming change in since we added our adventure camp like enrichment service. And so that's something that's still kind of formulating, but I think I think like wanting to play to our strengths as a team has always been kind of a driving factor. Like when I look at the different services that we've like tried out or developed, a lot of it has come from looking at what I enjoy first. Early days, I was the service provider and the creator. So what did I enjoy doing? And then looking at when I hired people, on the team, like what did they enjoy doing? I may have hired them to cover certain things that I needed on the team, but also wanting to give folks a place to express their own creativity and ideas and things. And so being open to hearing, from different staff members about like what was interesting and exciting to them. And that's where, some of our different programs have originated, at least in the idea form, in early stages. So I think being open to that, especially if you're a business owner that's going to be adding folks to your team, it can be, and it's a balance, right? Because I think I've also swung too far the other way and been too enabling of just whatever different team members thought was a good idea and less like specific about, no, this is our vision, this is our goal. And so like I'm recognizing that there's risks on either side, like risk from like not allowing creativity, like you lose out on a lot of great ideas and you might miss out on someone who like really wants that element working within a small business. But then if you're just going and chasing after every idea without like a central focus and drive, then you're going to be distracted and chasing your tail after other people's ideas. And I've definitely done that as well. And so kind of recognizing like having a vision and a goal and then like finding the different ideas and pieces that fit within it and then trying them out is I think like how I've more or less operated in the creating different things and all. I also like looking at like what are other industries doing for things. So one of my kind of ideas that I'm working on now that I'm trying to bring into my business is based on a program design that I experienced at my own like martial arts gym. So my martial arts gym does some of their classes this way. And I'm like, okay, that's really cool. Like how could I take some of those ideas and bring them into my industry? And so it's not like exactly like completely original, but it may be a different way than I've thought to do it in my sphere.
I love looking externally.
Yeah, we encourage this a lot actually, because you again, it's that kind of indoctrination sometimes about it has to be structured this way. We have to include that. We don't want to include this. And it's like you can, if you've got that, I don't know, that ability to look at something and take the bits out of it that are going to be relevant to you. You don't have to completely replicate it if you don't want to. You might want to do that, but just stick the dog thing into it. But you might just take elements of it and go like, I really like that bit of it. And you can do that. You can pull it out and you can bring it in. And we really encourage, but I think dog folk find that a really hard skill to practice. You know, do you find that in general?
Yeah, I mean, I know for me, like, especially when I've been in periods of burnout and feeling overwhelmed, the last thing that I want to do is go and reinvent the wheel and create new things because I'm just trying to keep my head above water with what I'm doing currently. And so going and rethinking and being like, well, what if I changed all of this so that it would be better and I would be less underwater? You know, that's great, but like there's the hill to climb to get there can sometimes feel daunting. And so I think, you know, certainly personally, I've been like, oh, well, this is just the way we do it. And it's a less resistance to just keep doing the same thing, even if it's not 100% working in the way that I'd like it to. And so it takes like a really like clearing the space on the schedule, on the brain to be able to think about it differently. And I think for me, another piece that I'm always fighting, and I bring this up because I've just been giving myself a pep talk about this over the last week, is like the perfectionism piece of if I'm going to try a new idea, it has to be completely fleshed out. I have to have every piece thought out. I have to have every like detail ironed out. I have to, you know, have a super polished presentation for the clients and stuff. And so then that like that bar that I set for myself and for the program that I'm coming up with is like up here, and it is too daunting to even start. And so I am trying to currently giving myself lots of pep talks about like you can throw this out there at the 10% level and then like build as you go. And obviously we still want to care about, or we still want to provide great client care and great client services and things, but like there are ways to do that without it looking like this right from the very beginning.